Hi, I'm Kathy Jackson Fong from Ottawa, Ontario. And today I want to give you a few tips on things that you can do to help yourself out when you're starting to do live recordings. Like everybody else, when I first started recording live videos, I just didn't know where to start. And there are a few things that can help you along. And I'll give you 3 tips in this video. So the first one is, hi Dolores. Hi, Michelle. The first tip is, what are you going to talk about? Everybody is really worried about boring people or just looking silly, not having anything to say. But really, when you think about it, there are so many topics out there that we can talk about. Um, but the main thing when you pick a topic is you have to remember people are busy. You have to give them something to hook into, something that they're interested in. So, for example, with my topic today, what to do when we start recording live videos, I know a lot of people are struggling with it. I struggled with it. Why not give people a bit of help? That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to, for the most part, you're trying to do a video that will help people. Hi, Deborah. And what you can do is talk about things that other people are interested in. And for network marketers, it's any aspect of the business that you can help them to improve, because it's all about growing yourself, right? Things like time management, diet suggestions, as I mentioned, business suggestions, hobbies, if you skincare, makeup, anything. One thing that can really help you out, and it was the best tip I ever heard, and it was, over the course of a few days, write down what types of videos you look at. Because if you're looking at them, there's a chance that other people are interested. And one of my friends goes to YouTube, and he wanted to do a video on, say, I forget what it was at the time. Procrastination. He wanted to do a video on procrastination. So he just put that in as a topic, looked at all the titles, saw what was really popular, and used that as his title and talked about it. You can even watch that video if you want to get some tips. The second tip is to acknowledge people, because when you're doing a live, people love to hear their voice mentioned. And they're taking their time to support you. So why not take a few seconds and acknowledge them? But just remember, it doesn't have to be, and it shouldn't be too long. I struggle with this at first because I was afraid I would look over and see, for example, Deborah joined, and lose my train of thought. Well, there's nothing wrong with saying, sorry, I lost my place, and looking back at your notes. But the tip is, don't get into a long discussion with the viewer. I mean, obviously, if one of you asked me a question, I would answer it. But I was on a live one time, and the person said, "Hey, Tom, how are you? It was a great time at the pub last night." And they started planning their next outing on the live, and I'm thinking, what? Am I not here? Like, come on. So just make it brief. That's all. And the third thing is something I never really thought of, but when Ray Higdon pointed it out, I thought, oh, that's so obvious. And it's love your current following. Don't focus mainly on the new people who are joining you and drop the others, because what will happen is, if you appreciate and love on the people who are already viewing, other people will see that and think, oh, I want in on that, and they'll come and watch too. And you have to remember, this applies to all of life. Neglected people in your life tend to disappear. They're not going to keep making the effort if you're not there. And never assume that they are permanently hooked to you because they've watched 3 or 4 videos. You have to do something to make them want to continue. They're not just going to say, oh, Kathy's there, I have to watch it. Because time is limited. There has to be a reason. And, you know, you could think of this approach because even though the people watching your video aren't on your necessarily your business team, they're on a kind of team because they're supporting you. And think about it. If you're in a business and your upline ignores people who are already signed up and supporting them and spends all their time on prospecting, how long are you going to stay there? This happened to me in a business way back in the day. This was about 15 years ago when, you know, well, network marketing seemed new to me. What happened was we joined this company, and for some reason in this company, it was your upline who gave you access to the back office. So I joined. You know, the guy was busy signing people up. I waited a day or so and nothing. So I messaged him. He goes, "Oh, sorry, takes a while and I'm busy recruiting." And I said, "But I can't build my team and I can't recruit." And then before you knew it, we could see who was in the downline. Several of us knew each other from other things. We started chatting and we all got together. We plotted. And there was a big deadline. You needed to have so many people before you could get the next level of commission. And this fellow was really close. Myself and several of us had contacted the head office and said, "We can't get into our back office because our upline won't let us. Will you put us in?" "No, that's not our procedure." "Are you stupid? You're taking my money and you won't let me use your own back office?" So anyways, we all knew that this deadline was coming along and we plotted. And the day before they were announcing the results, 200 of us all quit on the same day. That made a statement. And then the company comes along and says, "Well, you know, we really didn't have the support to set up back offices." Like, are you kidding me? How damn hard is it, really? And wanted us all to come back, and none of us did. Well, actually, 2 people did, but they picked another downline, another upline, because they would not go with this guy. So, you know, it comes around. So I hope that helps. There's lots of sources to get ideas, and you know, acknowledge people. I always try to remember to thank people at the end of my video too. It's just a little extra touch in case I've missed somebody. And love your current following and appreciate the fact that they're there. Tips for today. Thank you all for watching, and I hope it helped. Bye for now.